Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth, hey, and talk about the mess. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it because we have a lot that we need to cover. So we'll start out with Messy Matt. You know, I've been calling Matt Barnes. You know, Matt used to be my man back in the day. Not really. Good. Let me look. No, not really. I always thought Matt Barnes was an attractive man. That's what I mean. Anyways, so I call him Messy Matt. Remember when all that mess happened with Nia Long's ex-fiance? And I think Matt was on vacation and he went to the bathroom to tell us the tea that what he had just heard fly across his desk about Nia Long's ex-fiance, like, I don't think he told all the details, but he was just like, it's a mess happening. And I was like, look at Messy Matt. Child, you can't even vacay. You done ran in the restroom, locked the door, trying to bring us the tea.
It's a trip, but I ain't one to gossip, so if anyone asks you, you ain't heard it from me. No, you haven't.
So this is according to Baller Alert. Matt Barnes came out the other day. I'm going to play it, and then I want y'all to tell me what y'all think, and then, of course, I'm going to tell you what I think. I want to play the video, but let me just give you a quick rundown. So Matt Barnes says he was extorted for $60,000 by a chick in his DMs. Now he's taking legal action. So Matt Barnes is breaking his silence on a situation he says has gone way too far. The former NBA player revealed he's taking legal action after a woman he briefly interacted with on social media allegedly extorted him for $60,000. According to Matt, the exchange began during a short breakup with his on-again, off-again partner, Anansa. You know, I would miss that girl named Sims, Beverly Johnson's daughter, in July 2023. He says the interactions stayed strictly online and never became physical. Once he reconciled with his partner, he cut ties with the woman. However, Barnes claims that things escalated with the woman when who he refers to as Jess began threatening to leak audio and DMs unless he paid up. There's a lot of BS being said about me over the last 6 to 8 months, he stated in a social media video. He also pointed fingers at gossip blogger Tasha K, accusing her of helping spread false narratives. To back his story, Barnes posted messages outlining the full timeline, including screenshots and details of the alleged threats. He says the situation intensified after the public learned he and Sims were expecting during the filming of their reality show, The Barnes Bunch, which led to new waves of harassment. Refusing to stay quiet, Barnes has decided to file a lawsuit and let the legal system handle it from here. Let me go ahead and post what Matt had to say. Now, this is like a 5-minute video, just an FYI. So let me just go ahead and play it, and then we'll talk.
All right, story time. And by no means am I sharing this story for empathy or sympathy. I'm sharing this story because a lie can travel around the world before the truth wakes up. And although this is all being handled legally and people are in the process of being sued, I wanted to address it because the bullshit continues to come out. For like the last 6 to 8 months, there's been a lot of bullshit, particularly posted by Tasha K, and some new chick just got into it, Jessie something, about messages, text messages, voice audios, all this shit. And it's 1,000% all bullshit. And I'm going to explain why, and I'm going to show you some receipts to show you that I'm not lying, because unfortunately today you got to do that. So this started July of 2023. My ex and I had split up for about a month, and this chick DMs me and I entertain her. We go back and forth, conversation gets spicy. But we never met, never kicked it, never met, never seen this chick one time in my life. And then fast forward, my ex and I got back together. So I told her, she got a little weird, but she kind of just fell back. So moving along, we get back together and we end up doing this reality show. And while we are on this reality show, we find out we're pregnant. So we announce that on the reality show. And when that airs for the world to see, I start getting hit up from different phone numbers. Tripping. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to expose this. So I think to myself, like, expose what? Like, we've never kicked it, met, person, shook hands, hugged, none of that shit. So I'm like, expose what? But at the same time, you know, my ex was a little older, which is a high risk pregnancy. And I didn't want no bullshit like that coming out. So this chick said, pay me or I'm going to release our text, our converse, our DMs. And I'm like, you really don't have shit. But again, okay. So I start paying this chick some bread for about a year. And I'm going to show you those receipts too. And during this time, I'm kind of just tapping in with her because she's a wild card. She's a nutcase, and kind of just checking in, having empty conversations to make sure she's cool. September of last year, we have the baby. And I keep paying her until the end of the year. So until December. I think December 6th was the last time I sent her bread. So come January, she flips out. You need to do this. If you don't do this, I'm going to expose everything. So I just confessed. I told my ex, like, look, showed her the DMs, the conversations, proved that I'd never kicked it with the chick. But this chick starts going crazy and saying, I'm going to expose you and you just wait. And I'm going to show you that too, so y'all can see. But she just starts going on a rampage. The one thing I will say is this chick is good. We had DM for a little bit. There's some voice audios. And then during the process where I was trying to keep her sane, we exchanged phone numbers. So she starts chopping and screwing and even AI in my voice because she had it on a few voice audios. And since then, not a lot of blogs, but Tasha K mostly. And we know how thirsty and desperate she is and how many times she's been sued, like not fact checking anything, just whatever she sent, she runs. So there were stories out there about me being gay. There are stories about me about allegedly trying to convince a girlfriend of mine not to go on reality TV. What else? There's a story about me, the recent one about me allegedly trying to talk someone into an abortion. They threaten stories about my kids and all kinds of weird and wild shit. I think in closing, a lot of you who follow me and know me know that I'm not perfect, far from perfect. Fucked up plenty of times, but I'm real. A lot of my private stuff has played out publicly. You guys have witnessed me lose my family this year. You guys have witnessed a lot of shit. And again, I don't make no excuses for none of my bullshit. I accept everything on the chin that I'm responsible for. But again, I had to come and speak out this because it's bullshit. And perception is reality, and people run with perception instead of understanding the reality. When I went in court for these people that I'm about to sue, no one to talk about that because they don't care about that. But they love to run with the lies. So, like I said, this chick is good. She chops conversations up. She AIs conversations. She pieces 3 or 4 different conversations together to make them seem like something that's not true. So again, I'm gonna show you some shit so you can see. Y'all take it from there.
I haven't even got to the part where he posts screenshots of he made a screen recording of the alleged text messages from the lady. I'm going to post that. I'm not going to read it because it's a lot. It's like a minute. Each screen recording is like a minute, but it's a lot of messages. So I'll post it and you can read it if you want to. Girl. And let me just start off by saying this. Matt, if you're going the legal route, and I understand public opinion can really ruin someone before the legal process even takes place. But I do believe also when it comes to especially men, it is kind of like men will be men and boys will be boys. Let's just say, Matt, we found out that you cheated on your girlfriend at a time that you were supposedly broken up. Your life wasn't, I don't know how much Matt's life has changed when we found out he cheated on her when they were together. So how much would his life really change if we found out he did sleep with someone while he was not together with his girlfriend? For the most part, most men will be okay if we find out that they have cheated on their wives, girlfriends. You see what I'm saying? So your life wouldn't have been altered that much if you really were on a true break from your girlfriend and you slept with someone else, right? I know he's saying that it didn't even get to that point. It was just DMs. The second thing I want to say is this. Matt is saying this happened, I think, in 2023. Matt, you are too damn old to still be getting caught into some fuck shit with groupies. It's insane to me how you could be a 40-plus-year-old man and I would expect that you would know the game by now, especially with him being in the position that he's in. But you still clearly hadn't learned your lesson. The next thing is this, like I stated earlier, if you're going to let the legal process, I was stating this earlier, you're going to let the legal process take place, go just let it take place. Why do you also need to run down to the internet to tell us the story? Because at the end of the day, you being an ain't shit nigga ain't never really affected your career anyways. I could see if it was something like, if the lady was saying like, you R-ed her or something like that. But girl, it just sounds like she was trying to say that you was an ain't shit nigga. But we already know you an ain't shit nigga. That's what I got from the 5-minute clip. I didn't hear him say anything about him supposedly. And when I was reading the text messages, I didn't see anything. I'll double read them though, just to make sure. About her trying to accuse him of, you know. The next thing I want to state is this. It is hard for me to believe that Matt only engaged in conversations with this woman through social media for a month tops, and she managed to swindle you out of $60,000. You got to be a goddamn fool to give person $60K and you claim y'all ain't did shit. But you just don't want her to come out and say nothing because according to you, the conversations did get spicy. And then supposedly, I guess she used your voice to manipulate conversations you had with her. Let me go ahead and post the screenshots that he posted.
In 1.5 miles. Stay to the right to I-405 North.
all I saw, I read the messages again. All I saw, unless I was reading too fast, I saw her mentioning someone named Hollywood, and I definitely saw her mention Shaq's name. Yeah, I don't know who Hollywood is, or Sean, or why Shaq is being brought into the conversation. I also went, because I'm like, why is he? This is the only thing I can think of. Him and his baby mama must be back together. And because I went to his page, I'm nosy. I went to his page, and I'm not going to post the pictures because they have their kids in the pictures. But if you go to his Instagram page, they just had the little boy's birthday, his 1-year-old birthday in September. And the way that they were posing, now the poses that they were giving were very much, we're one big happy family. I remember at one point, Anansa, I'm gonna call her Anansa, she moved out. Because remember when she came down to the internet and let us know that Matt Barnes and Masika were allegedly messing around, but Miss Sims, Anansa receipts were definitely receding, and it gave that Matt and Masika was fucking. Miss Thing had flight itineraries, hotel, girl, Uber rides. When I tell you, shout out to Anessa. When I tell you, Miss Thing had all her ducks in a row, I said, oh, baby, this ain't... Y'all want to talk about some receipts? That heifer has some receipts. That's my type of girl. And I remember her moving out and buying a home. So I don't know if she's still in the home and her and Matt are back together. But again, based off of the pictures, I saw one picture. They were all posing. I think Beverly was in the picture. He had his hand around his baby mama's waist. So I don't know if he's coming out with this publicly to, I guess, kind of make her at ease. I don't know. But Matt, this is what it comes down to. I don't know if you're telling the full truth. I don't. It's hard for me to believe that at your big ass age, you still getting got by groupies and hoes. It just goes to show that some of you niggas never really learn, and that you use this head down here more than you use this one. Because as long as Matt has been a celebrity, been in the game, he should be used to this type of fuck shit. The fact that this lady could get you out of $60,000, and you're saying the only thing that happened was a month of spicy conversations. I don't know if I'm necessarily buying that. And when she first tried to extort you, why didn't you go the legal route right then and there? Being that you're not new to this game, and being that I'm sure you know plenty of men and maybe even women who have had to go down this road with being extorted before. You see what I'm saying? You waited until you came off $60,000 to finally try to, I guess, press charges, when that should have been happening from the get-go. Because again, Matt Barnes, you're not someone who's new to this. And being that Matt Barnes is surrounded by basketball players, other celebrities, and we hear these stories all the time, you would think that he would know what to do in this situation. But I'm just gonna give her the money because I just want to shut her up, because I care so much about my baby mama and her going into an early labor. I don't want to cause any chaos and confusion. Because she's an older person who just found out she was pregnant. That sounds good and it sounds caring, but I don't know if I'm buying the story. You would have done. I feel like Matt just would have done better by just letting it play out in court. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Anessa sound like a fool. She sound like she ain't going nowhere ever. Because the way that she let you wrap your hand around her waist at that baby's birthday party in September leads me to believe it don't matter if you cheat on her or not. She not going nowhere. So even if you did fuck around on Anessa or Nisa, whatever her name is, back in July of 2023, she back there. Girl, she done came down to the internet and posted receipts of you and Masika fucking around. Uber rides, Uber receipts, girl, Delta airline itineraries. We knew exactly where y'all was seated at on the plane, all of that. And she, girl, look like she right back over there. Unless she used Matt's voice to manipulate the conversations and it sound as though she tried to make it seem as though he violated her in some type of way, right? I could, try to understand him trying to get ahead of the story then. But if it's just, girl, her saying that, girl, you a low down dirty dog. I mean, Matt, you been a low down dirty dog. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? I feel like it's more to the story that Matt is not telling us. And I understand he posted the recordings of those screenshots, but you posted the recording of the screenshots, of the text messages that you wanted us to see. I want to see what you ain't showed us, because that's what a real tea is. Show us those DMs, those spicy DMs between you and that bitch. That's what we want to see. Okay? I bet you won't post them. Usually the shit that people post is the shit that, girl, don't mean nothing. Matt posts the stuff. I want to see what Matt not posting. That's where the real tea is. That's where the mess is hidden. That's where the real tea is. Those DMs that Matt didn't want to post, whatever messages that he decided not to post, that's where the tea is hidden. I'm telling y'all. Those messages he posted because it's gonna make her just look psychotic, like she's having a conversation by herself. But clearly, the bitch wasn't having a conversation by herself because she gooped your ass out of 60,000. And you let us know that the conversations got spicy. You got to be a dummy. Matt is too old to be getting gooped out of $60,000, girl, over an alleged 30-day conversation. Girl, you got to be a goddamn fool. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm not buying Matt's story all the way. I'm not. I don't know what's going on between him and that girl, but I think it's definitely more than what Matt trying to put out there. And if she got you out of 60,000, then oh the fuck well. Y'all too old. Y'all, that's the thing. Y'all are too fucking old not to know how these hoes be getting down. That's why I'm not even mad at the hoe. Because the hoe go hoe. Girl, work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. If these bitches can get y'all for $60,000, then bitch, get them. Get money, bitch. These niggas is dumb. Because y'all so fucking thirsty and so pussy hungry that a random bitch can slide in your DMs and you have spicy conversations with her. And then she turn around and then you turn around and give her your telephone number so y'all can have conversations because you want to try to keep her on a leash. And then you say she manipulates the conversations while steady getting $5,000 from you per month. You's a fool. I'm not even mad at her. I'm disgusted at Matt. Girl, I done got pissed off like it's my goddamn money. Okay. Oh, wait. Let's move on, y'all. Porsha. We already talked about Porsha. Porsha Williams. There was an incident that happened on a flight Sunday night from Las Vegas to Atlanta. Well, now the body cam footage has been released of the conversation that Porsha had with a police officer, an officer, and Also, the white lady. That body cam footage was also released of the conversation that was had with the officer. So I'm going to play that, and then we're going to talk.
What happened?
So the lady who was sitting next to me, I was on my phone, and the volume was up on the phone, and she turned to me out of nowhere and she said, "So you're gonna make me listen to that the whole flight?" And I said, "Well, do you want to?" And she said, "No." And I
She
said,
will make you listen to what?
"Am I gonna make her listen to my phone?"
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I said, "This is before we took off." Yes, even before we took off.
So you guys were in Las Vegas when that happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
The plane was on the ground?
Yes.
The door was shut? It was? Okay.
No, the door wasn't shut yet. People were still boarding.
People were still boarding?
But you were
okay.
texting me. When
Oh,
people
okay, I
were still
couldn't
boarding.
tell.
Okay.
Okay. So she was like, you know, "Are you gonna make me listen to that the whole time?" And I said, "Well, do you want to?" And she said, "No." I said, "Well, it was a nicer way to say that." And she said, "Bitch, you don't tell me bitch." And I was like,
Are you okay?
"I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just telling him what happened."
I'm so sorry.
And so it's all
If
right.
there's anything I can do to help
Yeah,
you.
you were sitting near us.
I was.
Yeah, I was just telling
I was
him.
there and I heard it was unreprehensible. The
Yeah.
woman got in your face and gave you the middle finger.
Yeah.
And was doing things that were completely kidding
She was.
you.
She started
I'm
screaming.
sorry. I'm embarrassed. I'm so
okay.
sorry.
It's all right.
That's why I'm asking if you're okay.
Yes, no, I
I wouldn't
appreciate
be.
it.
I wouldn't be okay.
I mean, you know, I don't know what she's claiming. She's gonna press charges saying that I hit her. I'm like, I did not hit you.
I mean, you want to continue? You want to continue, ma'am?
Sorry.
Can you excuse me?
Oh, okay. Can I get your information? Can you get her information as a witness?
Sure.
Yeah, please. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I was sitting 2 rows back. She did not touch
No,
me.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
You saw everything that happened?
Yes.
Yes.
The guy's
You wanna-
seat had his seat reclined before the flight even took off, and I saw the entire gap. She did not touch
You
me.
didn't touch her.
She screamed. You hit me in my face.
I can
said
tell
did
you.
not
I
hit you
can
in your
tell
face.
you. She did not. I could see her.
I can write my info down if you want.
say-
Okay. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm not very good, sir, and you?
Good. I'm Officer Brumant. I work with the Atlanta Police Department.
Great.
So I heard about the incident that happened, but I haven't heard your side of the story.
Why
What's,
didn't we hear my side of the story first, sir?
well, I had another officer
Oh, okay. Well,
spoke to you, but I just want to hear it
and do you
personally.
think it's proper to me tell you the whole story where everybody's sitting around here, they can all hear it?
No, ma'am. If you want to be private,
I
that's-
think we should be private,
Okay.
sir. This is an assault
Okay,
matter.
you want to come over?
Yes.
It's
I was sitting in my seat. She was the last passenger to come on board. So when she came on board,
Atlanta, Georgia is in the eastern
she said, "I'm in that seat." I said, "No problem." I jumped up, got far away from her so she had plenty of room. She had to put stuff in the upstairs thing. I understand that. Took plenty of time. Sit back down. We never spoke other than that. And after about 25 minutes of her on Instagram, full blast, every time she would flip, because apparently it was from a loud place, I jumped because it was so loud. And so I waited 25 minutes, give her time, let her do whatever she needed to do. And then I said, "Am I going to have to listen to that the whole time?" And she said, "Do you like it?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Well, I don't like the way you asked me." I said, "Don't put this on me." And the next thing I know, there was a fingernail so close to my eye that I thought I was going to be physically attacked. She had her, I don't want to do it to you, sir. She had her hands in my face, screaming, calling me crazy. On and on and on. So now the flight attendants can't come help me because they're strapped in for this takeoff. My phone is sitting against my leg on my lap. So I take it to video to try and protect myself. And as soon as I go like this, she takes her hand and goes like that and throws my phone. And everybody sees the phone go down the end of the whole airplane. And the flight attendant told me he saw her knock it out of my hand. And that's assault. And
So
I'm
she
70 years old.
So she actually knocked the phone off your
You're
hand.
damn right she did.
Okay.
I didn't drop it.
All right. All right. Can you?
Here's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid she's going to have me killed.
So can you do me a favor? Can you write me a statement of what happened?
I certainly can. I have it written down in my phone.
Can you just jot it down on this bit of paper? You want to sit somewhere private over here? You want to go over here?
Is there no office? Is there nothing legitimate here?
No, there's no office.
There's no office.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. What do you want to know? The whole thing?
Thank you so much. She so the music the Instagram was on, and she told me, am I gonna have to listen to that? And I said, well, do you want to? And she said no. I said, okay. And then I said, well, you know, there was a nicer way you could have said that, you know. And then she says, what, bitch? She's like, bitch, you don't talk to me. And I was like, are you okay? From that point on, she said, who the do you think you are? And so I said, oh, no. I said, y'all need to get her out of here. Please get her away from me. And so then when she, she tried to take her phone and record, and she drops her phone on the floor. She's like, you hit me. Oh my God. You hit me. You just hit me in my face. Oh my God. I'm pressing charges. I want you to be in jail. And I'm like, what's happening? So the stewardess
Also,
comes
her
up.
phone dropped on the floor. You didn't slap the phone from her hand?
No.
Okay.
So then the steward comes over, and then the steward says to her, says to me, because I say, you know, get your ugly ass out of here, because then I'm upset. Then the stewardess says to me, you know, you're an adult. You can't, you're an adult. You can't be cursing like that. No, and I said, why are you chastising me? Like, this woman is the one going crazy. So then they end up making her move to the next chair with the guy. But she was irate, so they were trying to hold her because she didn't want to move. It's like she wanted to move but didn't want to move. So as you can see, they had to pull her.
She was at the window, or she was at the end?
So she was in the row. On the aisle. I'm sorry.
She was in the aisle. And where were you? You were in the middle?
I'm at the door in first class. It's only 2 seats.
Only 2 seats. Oh, you are the window, and she's at the aisle.
Yeah.
Okay. So you telling me there was nothing physical?
No.
It was just verbal.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
You were sitting near us?
I was.
Yeah, I was just telling
I was
her.
there, and I heard it was unreprehensible. The woman got in your face and gave you the middle finger. And was doing things that were completely chaotic
She
to
was.
you.
She started screaming.
I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
That's why I'm asking if you're okay.
Yes, no, I appreciate it.
I wouldn't be okay.
I mean, you know, I don't know what she's claiming. She's gonna press charges saying that I hit her. I'm like, I did not hit you.
I mean, you want to continue? You want to continue, ma'am?
Sorry.
Can you excuse me?
Okay. Can I get your information? Can you get her information as a witness?
Sure.
Yeah, please. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I was sitting 2 rows back. She did not touch
No,
me.
that's what I'm saying.
You saw everything happen?
Yes.
Yes.
The guy's
You wanna-
seat had his seat reclined before the flight even took off, and I saw the entire gap. She did not touch
You
me.
didn't touch her.
She screamed. You hit me in my face.
I can tell
said
you.
I
I
hit you
can
in your
tell you.
face.
She did not. I could see her.
I can write my info down.
First class. I could see it. Nothing happened.
What's your phone number?
I think this was a really embarrassing incident for someone else.
Like, you can't raise that much ruckus if you want to try to sneak off the flight.
No, you don't do
Because
that.
you're sober now or whatever. That's not fair.
You say you saw what happened?
Yeah, so basically, the dude in front of me had his seat reclined before the takeoff and everything like that. I was
Oh, see? Yeah. I was just getting more information.
basically, there was no physical altercation. There was verbal, like commentary kind of thing that was at a normal level, and then out of nowhere, it escalated in the sense of the lady to the right of her got really animated and like started screaming. About the only physical thing she did was point at her. And it, for some reason, that just escalated the woman to this point where all she was saying, don't talk to me like that.
This is them having to restrain her.
Yeah.
They're literally holding her.
Yeah.
We saw this on the flight. We couldn't get off the plane because this was going on.
Both of them are restraining her.
Okay. Thank you for you guys'
All
information.
she
I'm gonna
did
talk
was
to
ask
you.
her not to be spoken to like that.
Yeah, she just was.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I have the phone number there. Yeah.
Yeah, mine too. She just wanted respect.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is what I have to say. I'm gonna start out with Porsha. Believe it or not, I with Porsha on this one. The only thing I'm gonna say about Porsha is, Porsha, why? I hate when y'all, not y'all, but y'all, no shade. Shout out to the diva. I hate when y'all choose or don't use some type of headphone set in a public setting, and you think that everybody wants to listen to or hear what you got going on in your seat. Porsha, you ain't had no AirPods. You didn't have no Beats by Dre. You didn't have nothing you could put in your ears. Everybody knows that when you get on a plane, that you are not supposed to play loud music, videos, anything. They, depending on the flight, not necessarily Spirit, not necessarily Frontier, but if you fly United, Delta, maybe even American, girl, they will literally go by you with a basket full of headphones. So if you want to, excuse me. So if you want to, you can use the headphones to watch movies on the screen. And now they've even updated the screens where you can connect your Bluetooth, your AirPods to the screen, so you don't even really need their headphones. Porsha has flown enough to know that you need headphones when you get on a plane. Her ghetto ass know that, and she knows that. And people who fly, if you've never flown, then you might not know, but I'm telling you, when you get your ass on a plane, girl, they're gonna tell you, girl, turn your shit down. Matter of fact, turn it off. That's what they're gonna say. You don't have no headphones? Well, you're gonna have to turn it off. That's the only thing where I was like, Porsha, girl, now that white lady, when I tell you, girl, that white lady, baby, that white lady said Porsha is a mafia, basically. I'm scared. God, did you give her my address? Because she is ghetto. She is ghetto, and I am fearful for my life, and I do not want her to know where I live, and she is hood, and girl, her mother is Dirty Diana, and I don't want any parts of her. She is a ghetto black woman, okay? That's what the white lady was pretty much given. I do believe that white lady cut up and act a fool. I do. I'm just so surprised that nobody got this on camera. Like, y'all are not doing right. And I know some of those people knew who Porsha was, because some of the people, did you see one of the white ladies get off the plane and was like, oh my God, hi? And Porsha said, hey. So some of those people on that plane knew who Porsha was. So it is kind of weird to me that these things are happening on a plane and no one has that beautiful beam footage. Yo, what is y'all doing? Because, bitch, I'm nosy. Bitch, let y'all hoes start acting up on a motherfucking plane, especially if I know you a celebrity. Baby, the way I'm going to be over here just like this. Girl, hello? We gotta get the tea. We gotta get the tea. I believe Porsha, I do. I believe Porsha told the truth. I believe Porsha told the truth from beginning to end. I do. I didn't have my headphones, but I'm paraphrasing. I didn't have my headphones. It was playing loud, or playing out, it was playing on the speaker, whatever she said. I called the bitch ugly. Girl, fucking you ugly ass bitch. I believe Porsha's story. The white lady. And then on top of that, Porsha, they said, was sitting by the window, and she was sitting by the aisle. So I think someone was sitting beside Porsha. First class is only 2 seats. So that means if the lady, and too many people, even if the people didn't get off the plane and co-sign Porsha, I believe the passengers on the plane co-signing Porsha. But like I said, even if they didn't, I would have believed Porsha anyways, because I felt like her story, I felt like she told the truth. Where I felt like the white lady was exaggerating. I felt like she was bona fide, telling a bona fide lie. Yeah, and acting like a rich white woman. And when she started acting like Porsha was in a mafia, that girl, Porsha ain't nobody to be scared of. We ain't never seen Porsha whoop nobody ass. We've seen Porsha pull hair, okay? She pulled Kenya's hair, okay? She hopped over Cynthia and got kicked in her implant. Girl, she chased some girl down the alleyway, but we ain't never really seen Porsha whoop nobody's ass. Porsha ain't nobody to be scared of, girl, for real. Now, if that was Monique, Gunika, if that was Gunique's Lisa Frank 5-star binder Samuels, girl, who like to throw a couple of blows, then, girl, you might have something to worry about because Monique throw punches. Porsha pulls hair. It's a difference. Anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think. Again, believe it or not, I'm Team Porsha on this one. I didn't think I was going to be. But after me watching the footage, I believe what Porsha said. And I think that white lady is telling lies. I do. I think that white bitch is telling bona fide lies. Now she's scared and shit. You done cut up and acted a fool on that goddamn plane. Now all of a sudden, girl, now you scared for your life. Girl. And then when she walked up talking about, girl, she wanted to have the conversation in private. I say you to act a motherfucking fool in private. Girl, because that's what I would have said if I was a cop. Well, girl, what bitch, you didn't act a fool in private. Girl, ain't no private conversation, girl. Where you think we gonna go? Either we're gonna have it over here or go in the middle of the walkway. But girl, wherever we go, people gonna see. And people gonna hear. Girl, you gonna get out my face? Anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, y'all. So this is another update. This is according to TMZ about the David and Celeste homicide. Not David's homicide, Celeste. All right, so David investigators view him as a suspect in Celeste Riva's apparent homicide. So David is viewed as a suspect in the death of Celeste Rivas, the teenager who was found decomposing in his Tesla. Law enforcement sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ. As far as we know, there is no paperwork. As far as we know, there is no paperwork classifying David as a suspect, but as one of our sources told us, investigators are looking at David as a suspect. I mean, girl, I don't know. You never know, because sometimes you think you know how a situation is going to play out, and it takes everybody by surprise. I don't know how he is not the main suspect. Like, I just don't get it. They found her in a car registered to him. We know that he was in a relationship with her. That right there is out of order, because they say when they even started communicating, I think Celeste was 12 or 13? They started talking on some AOL, not AOL, I was about to say AOL chat line. They started communicating on some chat line, and then remember, like, her friends knew about the relationship, but they were bribed not to say anything. Like, I just don't understand how he's not the main suspect. If anything, they should get him for statutory RAPE. Anyways, we're also told they're viewing Celeste's death as a homicide. Well, girl, it can't be. You think she chopped her own fucking body up? Girl, like, what is he talking? Even though the medical examiner has yet to determine cause or manner of death, investigators are still waiting results. One source claims the police investigation revealed that around the spring of 2025, David took a trip in the middle of the night to a remote area of Santa Barbara County and remained there for several hours. It's also unclear why a spring trip would be on LAPD's radar. We have not been able to find a photo or video of Celeste. Sorry, hold up. I had a pop up. Of Celeste since September 2024. David was living in the Hollywood Hills in a rental home. Cops searched the property for blood evidence, and his Tesla was abandoned on a nearby street and towed to an impound lot where Celeste's body was later found in the front trunk. Celeste's body was decomposing when it was found in a plastic bag back in early September, and our sources say it looks like the body was cut up. And that manner in which Celeste was dismembered strongly suggests whoever did it had help from other people. That is so sad. It's really sad. Like, it's already sad to have, I mean, girl, we're all gonna die. But it's sad to see a child who is taken out of this world, and the way it's unclear if cops have any suspects besides David. LAP told us Monday that they were not close to making an arrest. We reached out to David's camp. So far, no word back. I don't know. I don't get it. It's weird to me. Like one of the cousins said in the comment section, girl, y'all don't give a fuck about kids, and this just shows. Y'all really don't. I mean, I know you just can't go around arresting people. I mean, there's always a possibility that he didn't do it, I guess. And I guess that's what they're trying to figure out. But I just don't know how he's not the main suspect. Girl, if it looked like a duck and it, girl, quack like a duck, then girl, it's a goddamn duck. But yeah, that's the update. It's kind of like when you watch those, you know, I went on a whole rant. So anyways, all right, y'all. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.